Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly reading for February 20th, 2023, all the way to the 26th. This is the weekly reading for the Collective. I'm Justine and I'm going to be doing this every week. Just a real quick intro and letting you know how I'm going to do this reading. The first row here is our general energies, anything that I need to tell you guys what I'm picking up from Spirit, the energy, to work with the energies this week in a general sense. And then in the middle is our relationships. This one is turned upside down. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but and then this bottom one is career, work, business, if there's some entrepreneurs watching, passion projects. Okay, so let's just begin, guys. Okay, we have a leg up, we have protection guardian, and then we have between worlds. Awesome. Okay, so a leg up always means, let's start the reading here. So, and I'm jumping right into it. A leg up always means like having an advantage. So advantageous energy. And I think we actually got this card last week as well. And we had it more in the career slot. So since this is really more about our week and the general energies about it, I just really feel like a lot of things are going to be going in our favor. And I think I said this about this card last week, and this is kind of the energy that I'm getting. I don't really believe in luck, but if you guys do, if anybody out there, just make it, it's almost like, it's like really good luck. Like it's very aligned opportunities type energy, and jumping on things that almost kind of, I can see like a lot of us saying like, oh my gosh, this is working out so perfectly, like that kind of thing. So I definitely do feel like there's a lot of advantageous energy coming this week, and basically Spirit is saying, jump on top of that. Protection Guardian is drop your shields. This is very, I talk a lot about always like upholding your boundaries, having boundaries, that kind of thing. But this is actually more about like letting our boundaries, maybe boundaries is the wrong word, letting our walls down, allowing some leeway. And again, guys, you guys know what your boundaries are. Like, it's almost like, I feel like a lot of us have been spending a lot of time putting up our boundaries, and making them really, really tight for obvious reasons and reasons that are justified. But this feels a little bit more like allowing them to come down a little bit and opening a little bit more up. And I don't mean to, that's why I kind of said the word walls, because walls really don't let people in. Boundaries kind of teach us how to, teach other people how to love us, and how, and with other people too, how to love them properly in a way that feels good to them. So you'll see it's going to probably manifest differently. I mean, it is going to manifest differently for a lot of us, but this week, but I definitely do feel like walls coming down. Again, this always kind of points more towards like more vulnerable selves, but like I said, you guys know your boundaries, you guys know who you guys are. Don't like I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form to let toxic people in, but letting your walls down, letting your guard down a little bit in a positive way, because this is coming through nothing but positive. So that would just be very beneficial for you. So look out for that. The other one I want to point out here at the end, between worlds, I always kind of laugh with that card because it really is, if you guys follow me on TikTok, I pick a daily card, and I'm actually recording this on the Sunday before, so this is the 19th. But I got the in-between card through a different deck, right? But same type of energy type feeling. I felt it all last month, started feeling it in December, so it hasn't been super prominent for a lot of us. In December, I feel like we all, I put it as a monthly theme for a reason, because I felt like a lot of us were feeling like this massive change happening. And that's the thing, guys. Massive change doesn't just happen in a day. It doesn't just happen in a week. Like, it's taking a few months, okay? So this is telling you that we're still in an area of transition in our lives in general. For a lot of us, we could be actually, what I'm feeling is moving or thinking about changing locations, okay? Because it does fall in this top slot here, and it doesn't necessarily fall in these two here. So it definitely does feel like changing environments in some type of way is happening with a lot of you guys. So I do want to throw that out there. So, but again, this change could be pretty much anywhere in your life, but again, changing environments, but also internal transformation. Okay. So becoming a new person, becoming more of your higher self though. So it's, again, nothing but positive. Let's look at our relationships, guys. Because that's really relationship to self, right? So we have spring, to be fair, snake shed old skin. All right. this, I have to talk about the snake really quickly and first, because I'm getting like a really, this all positive, like a really, generally the week is going to be really good for a lot of us. Snake is always about, yes, it could be moving into that new world, right? Getting out of that gray area and becoming the new person, shedding the old skin. But I'll tell you, as soon as I pulled this card, as soon as I flipped it over, I definitely feel like there might be somebody trying to get back in our lives, especially because it's in the relationship slot here, row here, and somebody maybe trying to swindle us, or somebody coming back, and maybe somebody that owes you money, or somebody that maybe has manipulated you in the past, or really just doesn't like you, okay? Or for no apparent reason. Guys, it's okay that people don't like you. That's a lesson that I've been kind of going through this weekend, so I'll just throw it out there. And yeah, it could be, coinciding like with this energy here, but some people just don't vibe. And like, I almost just feel like, because it doesn't feel like, oh my God, somebody's going to come back and manipulate you and that kind of thing. It really just feels more like, okay, there's going to be some butting heads energy, some conflict energy, but not in a really good way. It's just like somebody that really, they make a commitment to misunderstand you, or they don't take accountability, or they try to shame you all the time. It could be a million different things, and I don't even want to label them a toxic person. It's just somebody you don't get along with, I'll just say. So let's go back up to here. Protection, guardian, what the right boundaries to have. Like this, for example, this is not a good place. This is not what Spirit is talking about, like putting your boundaries down for somebody like this. That's not what Spirit is saying at all. So just, it's going to be, you'll know, like I said, I'm really confident that your intuition is going to come through for you this week, where you know whether to let this person in or not. So, that again, who to drop your shields for, basically. It's like a good way to say it. The to be fair is definitely more of a balanced type energy. So I definitely feel like a lot of the rest of our relationships are really balanced and fair this week, which is great. So there's an even amount of give and take. Our friendships, it's a really good week for friendships, it feels like. So that's great. So lean on friends. If you owe somebody something, so, and what I mean by owe is that if somebody's been, I know people say like relationships are all 50-50, but that's not true all the time. Meaning like sometimes people are going through really hard times, and the other person in the friendship has to step up and hold the space and help them through it. And then they know in their hearts of hearts that the other person will do that for them as well. And so it almost feels like it might be a turning point this week for us, where somebody, it's time to give back, that person that really has helped you, or the other way around, right? Where you've been really assisting somebody maybe through their breakup, or through a really tough time in their lives, and now they want to repay you. So I definitely do feel like this balance energy kind of coming in. And again, it definitely points more to friendships. So it's definitely a good week for that. Treat your friends if they've treated you really greatly and nicely. And again, that's if you can. If you're still going through a rough period, that's totally fine. This will only resonate with, like I said, mostly the majority of you guys, but take it as it resonates, okay? And then this spring, see your seeds grow. So I like that it's kind of coming off of the between worlds, because what comes after the massive change is this new energy of spring. Don't we all love spring? And why do we love it? It's because it's almost like the feeling of a new after like a dark storm, okay? So for people that don't have seasons, I live in New York City, so we have seasons. Sometimes they're like, today it's like actually pretty hot, and it's February, but anyway, not hot, but it's in the 50s, which is very, very rare. And 40s or 50s, but it's let's just say it's not 20 degrees, which it should be, and I'm grateful, by the way. But it definitely does feel like new type energy is starting to kind of spring up, because we are, like I said, in between. So the in between is weird because you can feel part of your old, that's why it's so weird. It's a gray area. You can feel, your old life. You're still in your old life. Some things are still there. And, we're not just talking physical, maybe, maturity wise, emotionally, like all that stuff, mentally. And then you've got some of the stuff from the new life. And so some of the stuff from the new life is definitely going to be making itself apparent this week. So if it's wisdom, if you've gotten, if this is really, like I was saying before, like you turning into a new person, connecting more to your soul, to your higher self, then you're going to start feeling that this week. Maybe very wise in your relationships, right? That's what I mean by wisdom, and you're seeing that this week. Or you're dating and you're picking somebody that the new person that you're attracted to, because you went through this transformation period basically of toxic partners. I don't know, it could be anything, okay? But it shows up in your relationships in a positive way, your new life. So that gives you glimpses, and we need glimpses during the in-between because we have to know that it's coming, you know, even though, like, again, limbo is a really hard time to work through. So these glimpses are really, really important to help us motivate us to keep going, and knowing that, you know, it's like evidence that everything is going to be okay. Okay. And then we have, let's look at our work week, serendipity. I think we actually got this last week as well. Shaylin Master. I got that in a reading last night, actually. Fork in a private reading. Fork in the road. Okay, interesting. Okay, I think we might have gotten this one as well. So this is what I'm getting here. So I'm definitely getting a really good, smooth work week for a lot of us, which is great. Not too much to say about this card. Serendipity is always about synchronistic energy, where everything is like, okay, it's supposed to work out this way, and it is working out really well. Not too much to say here. Shaylin Master, be graceful in movement and action. This is really about going slow, taking your time. So I definitely feel like this is coming up because I feel that spirit could be kind of like, it's almost like I feel like a clash here. And what I mean by that is that I feel like maybe there's going to be a lot of rushing energy this week, where we're just trying to get stuff done. And spirit is basically saying it's important to be really slow with things and be meticulous and be detail oriented. Okay, so this is the week that it counts. So trying to rush through something will, how do I put this? Blow up in your face. That's the best way I can describe the energy that I'm feeling. So please go slow. Don't try to blow through work. Like, this is like, something tells me a lot of you guys are going to have something important kind of come up at work, and it really needs your full attention. So it's really, really important that you double check your work. You go slow with it. Don't try to rush through. Make it a priority, like that kind of thing. And then we have fork in the road. So I definitely feel like for some of us, I know I keep saying the majority, but maybe I feel so 50-50 or so with this. But fork in the road is really going to be about, it's always about making decisions. So, and I actually feel this a little bit more towards the end of the week as well. Gonna be honest, doesn't feel like a big decision. And it feels like an important decision, but it doesn't necessarily feel like a big one that really, moves the trajectory of our lives, right? Maybe for some of you, but again, I'm not necessarily feeling that. But I definitely do feel like a decision definitely has to be made by the end of the week. And also tying back into this, Shaylin Master here, it's like, going slow with the energy of the week, going slow with it. And making sure that we're detail oriented and we're meticulous and, we're being present. It's going to be helpful for this decision. That's kind of what I'm getting here, especially since it's right next to each other, right? And it's not over here. So, okay, but all in all, yeah, this first one here says great work week, okay? Okay, so great week. I would say just be careful here with this snake card for sure. You know what boundaries need to be upheld, and you know what you have, what walls need to be put down, basically. So, sending lots of love to you guys. Like I said, pretty good week. I would love to hear if this resonates with you guys. I know it's for the upcoming week, so, please come back here during the week and throw a comment down below. Let me know if it's helpful. Let me know if it's not helpful. Any comments or anything like that, any feedback would be helpful as well. And I hope you like and subscribe if you like this content. And that's it, guys. I'll be back next week to do the weekly reading again. So have a wonderful week, guys, and I'll see you next time, okay?